Hello stargazers from all over the world. I am Luis Miguel Azorin, and I welcome you once again to the ephemeris section of Astro Academy. January 2025. We start the year off strong, with everything from meteor showers to conjunctions, including planetary occultations. As always, let's start with the lunar phases. On January 7th, we have the first quarter moon, an ideal phase to combine lunar observation with deep sky viewing in the early morning, when the moon is very low or has already set. On January 15th, we have a full moon, the wolf moon, perfect for lunar photography, silhouettes, or landscape compositions with the moon integrated into them. This name comes from the traditions of Native Americans, who associated this moon with the howls of wolves in winter, when they were searching for food in the intense cold. On January 21st, we reach the last quarter moon. This moon will be present in the sky in the early morning, allowing us to enjoy dark skies during the first hours of the night. And we arrive at January 29th with a new moon, providing optimal conditions for observing galaxies and nebulae. Next, let's go over the highlighted astronomical events. First of all, we have the Quadrantids meteor shower, with its peak occurring during the night of January 1st to 4, and the Quadrantids are one of the most active showers of the year. This year, up to 120 meteors per hour are expected. Under dark and clear skies, the moon, almost in its first quarter, will slightly hinder observation during the early hours of the night. Don't forget to bundle up and find a spot away from light pollution. On January 4th, we have the occultation of Saturn by the moon, a truly impressive event during sunset on January 4th in Spain. This time may vary depending on your observation location, and the moon will pass in front of Saturn, eclipsing it. The occultation will last approximately 1 hour, although this time may also vary depending on your observation location. This phenomenon will be visible in much of the world, but the light from the first quarter moon along with the light of sunset could reduce some of the contrast of the event. Get ready with some binoculars or a telescope to enjoy it. In this other video from the Natural Portraits channel, we tell you in detail everything you need to know to make the most of this spectacular astronomical event. An event that, by the way, won't happen again until 2031. On January 10th, we have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn, a spectacular meeting between these two planets that will be visible at twilight on January 10th near the southwest horizon. In this case, the last quarter moon won't interfere at all with the observation, as it will be below the horizon. On January 13th, we will have C-2024 Gauss Atlas at perihelion. It is shaping up to be one of the most powerful comets of 2025, although we already know that comets, like cats, both have tails and do whatever they want. C-2024 G Atlas will reach its perihelion on January 13th and could reach a magnitude of up to -4, making it visible to the naked eye with the last quarter moon. The sky will be dark enough to enjoy this comet shortly after sunset in the west. It's a unique opportunity for astrophotography enthusiasts, and it will be especially interesting for fans in the southern hemisphere, as it will be in these latitudes where this comet will put on the best show. Shortly after sunset and as the month progresses. On January 14th, we will have another occultation in the sky, this time of the planet Mars. However, the band of occultation will cross North America and parts of West Africa, including the Canary Islands. I highly recommend that you simulate the astronomical event using the Stellarium software application for your specific geographical location. This will ensure that you are fully aware of the precise time it will occur in each individual place, allowing you to capture stunning and memorable photographs like the one shown here. If you plan to capture some of these wonders, here are some photography tips for the Quadrantids. Use a wide-angle lens and an exposure time of between 15 and 30 seconds. I recommend pointing the camera towards the radiant of the meteor shower and using an intervalometer to set your camera to capture hundreds of photographs, ensuring you get a good number of Quadrantids. In this other video from Natural Portraits, I explain how to photograph a meteor shower. For the occultation of Saturn, my recommendation is to use a telescope. It will provide you with the most spectacular details, and if you also use a planetary astrophotography camera, you'll be able to capture images like these. Planetary conjunctions often provide great opportunities to integrate them into the landscape. Take advantage of the conjunction of Venus and Saturn to have a night photography session, and if C-2024 G Atlas reaches a high brightness, it will be the perfect opportunity to capture it. Use a telephoto lens or a small telescope to try to capture the comet's coma along with its tail. Large comets, with their impressive size and brightness, are not only fascinating celestial objects to observe, but also offer a unique opportunity for photographers to creatively integrate them into night landscapes. When planning to capture such a scene, especially during a full moon, it is essential to carefully consider the photographic composition. This involves selecting a location and angle that allow the comet to be incorporated into the landscape at a significant size, enhancing the overall visual impact of the photograph. By doing so, you can create a stunning image that highlights the beauty of both the comet and the surrounding environment, making the most of the natural light and shadows provided by the full moon. Use a telephoto lens and take advantage of apps like PhotoPills or Planet. If you want to learn how to master all these techniques, we invite you to join our online academy, Astro Academy, where you'll find specialized courses in astronomy and astrophotography from beginner to intermediate and advanced levels. Also, if you're a true astrophotography enthusiast, I want to remind you that at Cosmoscape Remote Telescopes, you'll find one of the most advanced telescope hosting services in Europe. Can you imagine photographing the universe under one of the darkest skies in Spain and from the comfort of your home? Click on the link you'll find in the first comment and in the description to get more information. I hope these events have helped you and that you make the most of them. And you? Which ones are you going to stick with and which ones are you going to try to observe and photograph? Tell me about it in the comments section. We'll see you again next month in this section of events from Astro Academy.